Hey everybody, welcome to another year of Richton Park Public Library's Summer Reading Crafts. We have a lot of cool stuff planned for the summer. We're going to start out though something pretty simple. You can do this with anything you have laying around the house, or if you want to stop and pick up one of our adult adventure kits, you are welcome to do that. This you're going to get a pile of colored paper. You're going to get 6 skewers. If you remember from previous years when we did the big skewer mirror, I had a whole lot of skewers left over, and you know what? They make perfect flower stems. Okay. You're going to get a template for cutting out your leaves. You'll need scissors. You'll probably need some paste or some glue. You might need glue. I started out I was going to use glue and decided that that takes too long to dry and I didn't want to deal with it. So I got paste, which worked very, very well. Okay. And I'm going to say this, these have long enough sticks. If you wanted to cut each one, and I would probably use like wire cutters or something like that, you could probably use one skewer to make 2 flowers. And once I show you how to do it, you're going to see how easy it is and why that's a thing. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is decide what color you want to make your flower. Now for my second flower, I decided I was going to do orange. The trick here, and you're going to do this twice. The trick here is when you fold this in half, I cut my strips to about 2.5 inches. Okay? The templates will fit comfortably. You'll have plenty of room. But I know we don't like cutting stuff out multiple times. And if we were going to do this and cut every single one out, we'd have to do it 4 times. Let's make it easy. Let's do it 2 times. So I'm going to fold the top paper down to the middle, or down to the end, what is now the end. Okay, flip, fold this guy. So it's also there. There we go. Template. Now, when you open this up, you have an accordion. I want to take the side with the 2 folds and put that toward me. And that's where I'm going to put this part of the template. The little short stem guy is going to go right there. Okay? Pencil, pen, any sort of writing implement. And I'm going to trace. Click. Once I have that, I can cut it out. And the nice thing is what I'm doing is I'm making 2 that are pretty much identical. The other thing I like about this is there's small enough pieces this actually builds pretty quickly and cleanly. Okay. Once you get that cut out, scratch paper goes away. You can open this up and you have 2 connected petals. And again, 2 connected petals. And I already started, and look, they kind of look like dog bones that have really skinny things in the middle. And I like that. Okay, you're going to want to use a thumbtack or a push pin or a needle, something, and you're going to want to poke holes in the middle of that crease in each of your pieces. Okay, do not put it through your finger. And I'm going to kind of wiggle it around in there to make the hole a little bit bigger, because in a little bit we're going to slide it up the skewer. Okay, 2, 3, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Remember how we like to do things that are imperfect? Okay, the other thing you're going to do is grab your skewer, and this is like, it's like curling ribbon only with just paper. So I'm going to put my tool about halfway and I'm going to rub. See, it gave it a nice curl. You can do any direction you want. You can do it just one edge. You could even probably make it little 3-dimensional guys. So you did it one side and then you did the other side. anything that's going to make it look plant-like. Go ahead and play with it. Do whatever makes you happy. Okay, you're going to do that to all 4 of your pieces. It's just easy. I mean, that's what I like about these little flower guys. They're so cute. And you get to pretend like you're curling ribbon without having to worry about all the ribbon. Okay. Okay. So you can change your direction. So now they all look very petally, which we like. You can also, if you wanted to have it a squarer base, you can do a little crease on either side. And that way when we start nesting them together, they may nest a little bit easier. That's up to you. That was on the original instructions I had, but it kind of works regardless. So I'm going to do a little foldy, and you see how they just kind of want to nest together. They all want to be friends, and I like that. Okay. We're going to put a little paste on those before we do that. So we've got our stick that's going to be our stem. I also have a strip of paper. Now I cut mine to about a little over 1/2 inch, or it's closer probably to 3/4 of an inch. And we're going to, I don't know why, but I always think lawnmower, because what we're going to do is make a little fringe. Okay, so just cutting. Not all the way through. And this strip of paper is probably about 4 inches, I would say. 4.5. This is an art, not a science. It doesn't have to be exact. Okay? I'll tell you when we get to the sciencey stuff. We're not there yet. We're still in the art stuff. So you're just gonna, I think because you would do this to make grass for some craft project when we were little, we would do these little tiny cuts. But now it's going to be pollen, or it's going to be the center of the flower. And that's why it doesn't have to be perfect, because it just, very few things in nature are perfect. Okay. Almost there. And then my fingers are too close, so I got to turn it and go the other way. Okay, you might want to put a paper towel down for this next part. What I'm going to do is take my paste, and I'm going to put a good thick line on the solid bottom part of this, okay? And I may not do the whole thing all at once. I might do just a little bit, and then wipe stuff up with a paper towel, because I hate it when my mat gets sticky. See, that's why you put the paper towel down. I've forgotten all my tips and tricks. I'm going to do, so I only pasted about 1 inch here. That's okay. I'm going to take my skewer, the dull end, and I'm going to stick it on here, and I'm going to start rolling. So the paper isn't going to want to stick to the skewer very well, but in a minute, it's going to be sticking to itself. So I'm just pushing. And the nice thing about rolling like this is I can keep an eye on what I'm doing and make sure this is all going to roll up straight. Okay. Then I'm going to put some more paste. And by putting a little paste at a time as I work, I guess I would rather have a gluey mat and have this turn out well. You know, that's why we have paper towels and water too. We can always clean up after ourselves. Okay. We're using the heat and the pressure from our fingers to help set that pace. So I'm going to put the paper towel under here this time. And my paste wants to be difficult. Okay, make sure that's good and glued up. I'm going to finish. rolling. Oops. You can see it's already starting to do the thing we want it to do. Okay. Let me kind of make it look like a little baby dandelion. Yes, you can see the little stick in there. That is okay. Okay, now that my fingers have tried to glue themselves there, I'm going to put one flower petal all the way up to the bottom of the flower. Okay. I'm going to take my next one and I'm going to put a little bit of paste on the inside. Now that is going to make the paper, make this sliding it up a little bit more difficult. However, when we get up to the top, it'll help us set it so it's at more of a 90-degree right angle. Yes, redundant. To the original one, and we can kind of squish them together a little bit. Okay. And then we're ready for the next one. So we're going to put a little bit of paste. I might recommend having a little cup or something you can set this in while you're working. I'm used to doing multiple things at once like this, so you know, be smarter than I am, be better than I am. Make an easier choice. Maybe get a flower vase and start your bouquet now. Okay. So this one I'm going to put crossways. So these are kind of diagonal. Give it a little pinchy pinchy. And we're ready for our last one. A bit of glue. Oops. Knock stuff over. Put my lid on my paste. Always put your lid back on as soon as you can. This guy go, oops. He was very excited to be there. Okay. And I want him to be 90 degrees to the third one. So, or approximately. So it's an X. I'm going to come in, squish these guys together a little bit more. Look at that. And you have a very nice open flower. Now you would think based on my arms that I know what kind of a flower this is. I do not. But I think it's really pretty, and I think if you had a whole bouquet of them, it would be just in time for summer. It's a good, cute project. It'll keep you busy inside when it's too hot to be outside. All right, everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next week with a new craft. Thank you very much. Have a good one.